Hey everyone, your pal bookseller Colleen here, ready to talk more about books with you. I have had 2 cups of coffee, I have shaped my eyebrows, I have a fresh lip on. I am ready to go. So last time I talked about some of my favorite YA videos. We have fantasy YA Rex and then contemporary YA Rex. Now I wanted to talk to you about graphic novels. I love graphic novels. I think they are a great form of literature for those who are not huge into reading. It's a great transitional book for kids when they are super against reading, and it has the great text and illustration, so it's a super fun way to read books, and I think publishing has really started embracing that. So there are so many fun and exciting books that are out now, and I am so excited to talk to you about them. And I'm going to split this up into 2 videos. That way we have the kind of the adult teen graphic novels, and then in another video I will do more of the kid middle grade 8 to 12 recommendations for graphic novels. So I'm excited to get started. First book I have on the docket today is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Roll and Faith Hicks. I love this book. I know it is a fall-y type book. You can tell it has pumpkins, we've got some flannels, overalls, all that fun stuff, but hey, you know what? Fall is coming. I know we're still waiting for summer, but fall is coming, and you know, it's just an enjoyable book, so you can read it whenever. You don't need to read it for within a 3-month time frame. Do what you want. So Pumpkinheads tells the story of 2 high schoolers, Deha and Josie, who have worked together every single year at their town's pumpkin patch. So that happens every autumn, and this is their last one. It's their last shift, senior year of high school. And so it's kind of at the beginning them reflecting on the times that they've shared together, all of the adventures they've had. But Josie has this regret because he never told this girl who works at the pumpkin patch at a different stand that he has a crush on her. So him and Deha decide to go on an adventure to find this girl and kind of have his shot to tell her how he feels about her. But there are some detours. They have to go get some cider, some fun treats that are super fall-y, and it's super fun. There's like a hayride and everything. There's pumpkins everywhere. The flannels, the overalls. I'm pretty sure I have an outfit identical to the ones that they're wearing here, and it is just wonderful. But it's kind of also a love story that's not necessarily between Josie and this mystery girl. It might be with somebody else who is right next to him. No spoilers. But it's just such a cute, heartwarming story. I loved it. I think I read it in a day. I need to reread it soon because it's just so, it makes you feel so good. So definitely recommend that one. So that was the contemporary graphic novel that I had to recommend to you. The next 2 I have are fantasy. Both the kind of the same thing, which is Dungeons and Dragons, because your girl loves some D&D, and when it's a graphic novel with D&D, happy Colleen. So hopefully these books will also make you a happy reader as well. So my next recommendation, if you can't tell by my super cool shirt, is Critical Role, Vox Machina Origins Volume 1 by the cast of Critical Role. If you are unfamiliar with Critical Role, it is a live streamed show where a bunch of voice actors in Los Angeles film themselves playing Dungeons and Dragons. The storyline is amazing. You watch videos that are 4 hours long and it feels like it's gone by in the blink of an eye. And so far they've released 2 campaigns. So they're on their 2nd campaign right now, but their first one is what made them so popular, and that is what this is about. So Vox Machina, that is the name of their first campaign, and this kind of tells the origin story of how their band of adventurers got together. So they were kind of grouped off with their own backstories, and just different purposes of being in the same area where they meet, and they end up kind of coming together to defeat a common foe, and it is just a really cool adventure story. The artwork is beautiful. Let me see if I can find like a really nice art piece. So it has the characters right here, but it's just so fun. You do not need to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons to read this graphic novel. It is just a fun adventure story with the characters of their campaign. So if you're looking for just a great fantasy graphic novel story, this one is one that I would recommend. And now onto my favorite graphic novel series that is also Dungeons and Dragons based. It is The Adventure Zone. And this is based off of a podcast of three brothers and their dad who play Dungeons and Dragons together. But it is just ridiculous. It is very silly, very funny, very not serious, which Vox Machina is definitely a little bit more serious. Still funny, but more serious. This one is just like, I can't even describe it. It's just silly nonsense. There is this character called Barry Blue Jeans, who is just a dude with a mullet and a white t-shirt wearing blue jeans. So like, that's the kind of vibe that you get from this, except then you still have these like beautiful illustrations where it's just super cool, so colorful, which I love. So for this series, instead of it being kind of an origin story, this is just an illustrated graphic novel version of their podcast, which is a whole storyline that I think took them 3 years to complete. Both in the storyline, there are different arcs within the campaign, and each book is a specific arc. So usually for the podcast, it was like 10 episodes, 12 episodes, or something like that. So that is in each book. So this is the one from the first arc of the campaign, Here There Be Gerblins. This one is based on the second arc of the campaign, Murder on the Rockport Limited, which is basically a train murder mystery. Super fun, super cool, loved it. And then their third one, Pedals to the Metal, comes out July 14th. So if you're interested in any of these, or if you've read the other two and want to read the third one, like myself, you can pre-order that on our website and unlikelystory.com. Just a great adaptation. I love the podcast and I love the series, so definitely check either of them out. Okay, fam, I think those are all the recs I got for you today. The coffee is still all up in my system, so I am very energetic. So I hope any of that made sense, and I hope that you find something that you like. So once again, we've got Pumpkin Heads, that contemporary, nice fall romancy book. And then we've got Critical Role Vox Machina and The Adventure Zone for all of my fun fantasy pals out there. All of these books are available to order on our website and unlikelystory.com. For other bookish things, book recommendations, updates on events, be sure to follow us on social media. We've got our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our Twitter page. So please check those out. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're really trying to create as much content as we can for you guys, especially since we're all at home. And we have so many books that we're reading right now and we want to talk about them. So that's the main point of these videos. They are for you, but they're also for me. So thank you once again for watching this. I really appreciate it. That's all I have for you today, folks. Hope you all are doing okay. Hope you all are reading some really fun stuff. I have come to the realization that though I am reading way more than I usually am, my to-be-read pile will never diminish. So I will just live surrounded by books, which I think is totally fine. That's all I got for you. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh, no. Blah, 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 blah. Do, 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 do. Hey, a bookmark. Can't have enough bookmarks. Love them. Look at my hair though, like, girl, you cute. Who cares if the blooper reel is like 10 minutes long? Isn't life just one big blooper reel? Put that on a bumper sticker.